Hey, good morning. Good evening. Not sure which corner of the globe you're from, but how's it going, everybody? Just going up the what's being explored here just on a couple of the boards. Um, basically I'm gonna wait till the full game's out, and then make a judgment from there. So right now I'm just kind of preparing, um, you know, just exploring some of the advanced instructions since we can only do so much. Advanced instructions, probably player roles as well. So what I've been doing as of yesterday was adjusting this to false 9 for both deep defensive line and then swarm the box and fluid formation on, and then kick off anything offensive, take off the DMF so they're not sitting in front of the defensive line, but defensively then change anybody who's not a DMF where they should be there. And then lastly, I'm testing this right now, is offside trap. So basically, if we've got such a deep defensive line, I want to move them up where they're kind of mirroring, or where they're kind of building this illusion of stepping forward. So it was working pretty well earlier. The thing is, you have to change it for the CPU as well. Since we're an exhibition, it's these friendly matches, it's not a big deal. If anything is decent enough that it needs, for the full game, then it's going to be a lot of work. But the tactics guys, I'm sure, already know that. So, just trying to see where where we can look at the right values here. So let me turn on offset trap. This doesn't matter since I'm switching. And I tested it, and the computer does not seem to change. Change the advanced instructions throughout the match. So that's a very good thing. So yeah, we'll just see how it's going from there. Hey Chester, what's up, man? One second. All right. So yeah, as for these of you who just joined in, hey Reap, false 9, deep defensive line, swarm the box. False 9 in its current state without false nine, the forwards are just sprinting, right down the pitch, and they're taking the defenders with them. So that's the problem from a base standpoint. So bringing in this false nine has basically allowed them to come back and show to the ball, which in turn allows their teammates to step forward as well. And the nice thing about that is it brings the defensive line forward, as they should, kind of meeting the attackers. So the deep defensive line is kind of counterintuitive. What I've found is with it off, the defenders tend to back off even more. It's like they're going to their preset line settings that are in defensive instructions, right? Even then, I think they still are not even reaching this point. I think this is more so. I think this defensive line, the way it's working right now, is more so for the attack versus the actual defense. But, that's just a theory. And then swarm the boxes to get really everybody more tight in the center of the pitch, which then allows the width, the sideline to, kind of stay goal side on that defensive angle. So, I'm playing broadcast camera. I'm sure other guys are playing different ones, but I always stick to broadcast camera. Lastly, from there, you turn on fluid formations, change your player roles from out of possession to defensive midfielders. So hopefully the computer doesn't just try to bypass everything. Lastly is offside trap. I'm testing offside trap on because I see that this actually allows the defenders to step up a little bit quicker. The mentality of an offside trap is, you step up. But it's not happening for just through balls. It's also happening with, passes to the forward, etc. So let's just see how it plays out. This is on Superstar. The computer tends to play very direct, but at the same time, defensively, it's a little bit better. So rather take more resistance versus, just an easy walk in the park. But it's still not perfect. But let's just see how you guys think about it. Keep in mind, attack defense levels vary per team, of course, right? And so I'm thinking they use the same formula as PES 17 with those simple tactics, and so obviously we can't get there. Oh, and I may have mentioned this, but you're making these adjustments for the computer as well, so that's a good step right there. So here I'm just trying to get them really just to step up in their lanes, through the banks, and just pass the ball forward, somebody needs to step up. Pass the ball to the side, somebody steps up. Pass the ball to the side. So I'm basically testing just side to side, making sure they're reacting correctly. Obviously I'm bossing the midfield here. They're very conservative. Let's try to play a ball forward and see if we're met with any resistance. That's just a bad pass. So them, on the other hand, I want to see how they play. And they love to play this right down the sides. That's something just to kind of keep an eye out. And the crosses in this game are crazy. I guess that's a good goal, but crossing's been one of those things. I mean, that's a really nice cross. I wasn't really ready for that. But you can see how the defensive line stepped up. They didn't just hang all the way back. They stepped up at the wrong time because that was a well-timed header. Yes, the computer definitely does. Their attack defense levels modify. I've played against Inter Milan a couple times now, and they actually go more aggressive when they're winning. Or when they're losing as well. So it's definitely different. So let's see if we can penetrate here and see how they're stepping up there. That's because the swarm the box combined with the deep defensive line. See, they're running back, but because of the counter because of the false 9 setup, my forwards naturally have to come back to the ball. See how they're checking to the ball now, and that's making the defenders not get sucked out of position. And see now that basically, it's a fabrication basically of fundamentals, but still it's better than where it was. See, so they step up now, and now, you know, there's a little resistance. Granted, it's defensive third, but resistance nonetheless. Still down the sides, though. I mean, I could do hug the touchline, but the thing is with advanced instructions, you kind of run out. I'd like to combine all this with tight marking and be, you know, kind of the icing on the cake. But see, there's just a, you know, it's a bit more of a midfield. I'm not saying it's perfect. I still am able to pass very easily, but the key is I'm not as automatic, just, you know, able to just pass forward without any resistance. So, you know, I have to move the ball from side to side. I want some challenge on the wing, so Perisic comes back and covers that. I would like the outside back to step there, but instead he likes to go backwards. A lot of crosses in this game. So that's one move right there. And see here for their attack, I want to make sure I'm able to step in the right spots. And see how, because Icardi dropped back, now they've actually, you know, they've got to build something. And like I said, the Superstar AI, you know, a lot more direct in their play. I could switch this if I can make it. There we go. So Barcelona seem to, even though you turn off, and the same with Liverpool, if you turn off the settings like Gegenpress or something, they seem to have it kind of embedded in their code. It doesn't seem to, you know, it doesn't seem to go away in certain spots despite what you change it. So just one of those things. I think it's just demo's sake. This ball is common, kind of forward to the, you know, to the forward, but at least I've got defenders there in position. They're not backing off. And see, they're all stepping up in the right spot. So for what it is, it's better from where it was. I think it was very wide open before, even on Superstar. Still easy down the sides a bit, but that's probably more of another setting. It's a nice save. Yeah, it's Harper. Hey Tim, long time no see. How you doing? Yeah, I could try that. I should also get them to join in the attack as well. Keepers just make some amazing saves in this game. And the problem is they happen so often, it just doesn't make it special, you know? It's like you don't kind of like... It's odd. PES really was all about... PES used to be all about, you know, getting into replays on shots and saves and stuff like that. But now it's like, oh, okay, another amazing shot, another amazing save. I wish they would, you know, really consider that going forward. And I think they will. I think enough people talk about it. Alright, I'll move them up. I think you can't. What button is it? Remind me again there, Sarper. Is it the up arrow, you said? Something with the D-pad. I know up will increase the attack defense level, but that's about it that I know of. No, I'm not really noticing too much in terms of difference between home and away. It's a good effort. So what I really liked there is the positioning of their how spread out their center backs were. So I'm a stickler for this. I look at this all the time. D-pad away from your goal. Yeah, D-pad where? What direction? Up, down, left, right? I think it's left and right, isn't it? So I just want to show this. If I can get to the right people. Not my guys. I want to get to their center backs. I'm such a stickler for this, but I love this. This is what I'm always hoping for. Defensive midfielder there in front of my forward. Center backs spread out. That's what needs to always be the case. Because now I can't just send a long ball over the top or even send a long ball to my forward. That's how I wish it would always be. And I think without doing these adjustments, you see it so often in which there's no effort for the center backs. They just constantly just mark a guy who doesn't need marking. That was a quick half. Double up. Okay, yeah. D-pad. Double up, double down on the D-pad. Okay. I'll try that. Yeah, they're very compact. Yeah, those adjustments have helped, I think. And that offside trap is the surprising one too, because I can't just play over the top. They're stepping up because the defensive line. So it's canceling each other out, but it's making them actually be aware of where to pass, etc. Or who to mark, and it's more zonal marking as well with that swarm the box. So it's an entire combo of things. Just need a little bit more resistance on the wings here, but hey, I'll take it. Wouldn't hurt to try another. And I see this is perfect right here. So because they're more organized, you see they're playing more of a zonal approach here. So even though I'm making these sprinting runs, right? So they're taking two defenders, one outside midfielder, but they're stepping up as well. So see, they're following, now they're switching off, now they're stepping to the ball. Right? So now it's all about building numbers in the defense, and I have to build numbers in my attack. It's like now the game is giving me an opportunity to, I have to make something happen here. That was terrible. I should have stopped sprinting. Now the only issue is coming back on the attack. They love to play this, first time ball to their forward, and then that's it. Tight marking can help with that, but that's one of those advanced instructions you can't, you have to, can't use it because you've got, I can't even focus. You can't, you have deep defensive lines swarm the box, so tight marking doesn't apply in this case. I guess I could do marking, but I don't want it to turn into a chance of it being just constant man marking or something like that. That's not a good clearance. They use machine learning. Yeah. Yes, I agree with you. I mean, I think shooting definitely should be more contextual. It has to, with pressure. Shooting with nobody on you is different than shooting with pressure. Here's a ball that often gets played, and here the midfielder's dropping back, so that's why the defensive line. That's the occasion. That's like your PES 2009, PES 2010 thing where the defenders just constantly back off. The good thing is the defensive midfielder made that play and came back on it. The unfortunate part is they had to make it versus what's natural is three defenders aren't going to back off from just one forward in real life. It's not. There's less of a threat. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, they have the same settings. Both teams have the same settings. I think they're on conservative, if I'm not mistaken. Let's look. I guess I could look just from the game plan on my side. Oh no, I guess I can't. Okay, let me check. I think they're conservative. Yeah, they're conservative. So advanced false 9, deep defensive line, swarm the box. Okay, that's step 1. Step 2 is just go to out of possession. Make sure the lineup. See, they even changed. Yeah, so that's the problem with the player roles. See how they changed it before? If you guys saw, I had changed it to defensive midfielders. They've all changed them back. So that's good to know. Now this should stay on. So I turned on offside trap as a result. Yeah, look how more can... That's their own doing. I didn't do that. So you guys saw before I played this. Oh. I was like, wait a minute, I'm using the wrong team. There we go. Yeah, conservative. I like that they did that, though. It's like their own formation. They changed it, definitely. Let's see if we can go right through the middle here. See how he stepped up right there? And he's dropping back. I mean, they're definitely conservative, that's for sure. But they're stepping up. Look at how he's stepping there. And then he switches off. I'm trying to just make it happen. So I think this is a great replay here. Let's just kind of see the build-up that's necessary here. I actually have to move the ball quicker. It's not a walk in the park. We just try to go as far as we can. So see dispossessed there, still maintaining. Position looks good here. See how their defender steps up? He kind of overcommits a little bit, realizes he's in trouble. Midfielder, I'm not sure if he's a forward or not, but his back is facing towards goal, no threat, drop back. Somebody else steps up immediately. Pass off, he's covering, step, quick passes here, step, everybody's stepping to where they should. Granted, it's defensive third to defensive third, but it's the attention of the ball. And they're on blue now, I think. Their attack defense level, so here in the attack they're not going to go too crazy. They're going to get me down the sides though. See how he steps up, and he's going to drop back. That's fine because Benega's going to cover. Let's see if we can send one over the top. Yeah, it's good cover. Yeah, Rip, that's very true. I mean, you'd have to do it in the edit, in the edit teams. What Basic PES Universe is going to do, they're going to change all the tactics and everything. So this is my purpose here, is just really just, oh, nobody's stepping. Let's see. I wanted to see how long it took them to step. So basically they're trying to figure out what to do with it there. And that actually worked out just fine. I could have been more aggressive. Right now I'm still just exploring, just making sure I've got the right settings, and then I'll try to play for real in terms of trying to win. Let's see if we can strike that. Oh. Yes. And that's the whole point. Exactly, Sarper. And, yeah. I mean, it takes about, to edit all the teams last year, didn't even do national teams, and it took about 3 hours. So if you know what settings to change it to, right? And I know people are going to say, oh, afraid of the identity of teams to be, adjusted or anything like that. It doesn't affect it, honestly. It's mainly, you still have your identity from formations, preset tactics, etc. Right? So it doesn't really affect it in that sense. It just makes them more fundamentally smart. I mean, because without the adjustments, it's a walk in the park. Even on Superstar, which is really sad. Oh man, they get a good counter here if they can get it going. I'm defending pretty well. Let's see if they step up. Yeah, see, they stepped up. Their number 5 has been very busy. Let's see if I can get something going here. We'll play a bigger club after this. Dortmund is still the kind of the wild one. I haven't moved up. Yeah, see, that's why we're all back, because I haven't moved us up. Try one from distance. Not bad. Right. So overall, I mean, good potential, guys. Yeah. Who's that? So let's do let's do an away match. Let's just do the same teams but an away match. How about that? Camera's live broadcast. And I turn off some values for the on screen. I don't know if I can show it here. Yeah, so I turn off the power gauge. I don't like to look at it. I kind of have a feel for it, you know, it increases some feel. Rate nameplate, since I have it on top of the players anyway, it's kind of like a FIFA thing, if you will. Let's see, what do they have away? Oh yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay. We'll play. Let's see, no, there we go. PA1. Yeah, there's no point doing PA0 for me right now. Not when testing. It doesn't really do much to, you know, because there's only 10 minutes. You only get, this is a 10-minute match. You want to get as much info as possible. PA1's not gonna, or PA0's not gonna accomplish that if I'm messing about, making bad, you know, errors, etc. Okay, so from scratch here. First thing, preset tactics, advanced instructions. Change this to false 9 times 2. So even if there's one forward, it doesn't matter. It's just to be safe, you know. And then from here, deep defensive line, and then swarm the box. So false 9, deep defensive line, swarm the box. That's step 1. Step 2, turn on fluid formations, so that way you can change edit player roles. Out of possession, etc. Line up. Offensively, change anybody from a DMF to a center midfielder, so they get up the pitch and not hanging back with the defensive line. Out of possession, change midfielders to defensive midfielders. That's it. Oh. Lastly, turn on offside trap. Offside trap's going to move them up forward. And that can actually play like a real offside trap because of that deep defensive line. So it basically cancels it out in a way. And then we go back, we go over to the computer side. Oh, sorry. We go to advanced instruction, same thing. False 9. False 9. Deep defensive line, and swarm the box. And since it didn't really make a difference in terms of changing their out of possession, I mean, maybe it'll change, you know, as soon as they get it through a goal or something, but I'm just going to change it just for the sake of it. Just make sure they're not DMF in the attack. At least you can start from there. In terms of the demo sake, I mean, this is what you get. So, turn on offside trap. And go back. Can't stand fan view. I've seen it though, believe me. I've got the radar though. That's the thing. If I've got the radar, I'm okay. Because the radar's, you know, just like a manager's tactical whiteboard. So, and I'm watching that all the time. I love my broadcast camera. Okay. Good cover there. There's that direct pass, but see this stepping up. See this, it's not just running away from the ball. It might work out if they can hold it. Yeah, they do. See if we can send one. See, they've stepped up nicely there. Really nice. And see, this is considered end-to-end, but to me this is not end-to-end with space. This is really nice. Get it out. Come on, you're fine. He's complaining. That's funny. See, we have to play to the side because we're trying to go right down here. That's not bad. Get it in. Oh. I remember it's Superstar as well, so Superstar is a lot more direct, a lot more end-to-end. But at the same time, I like Superstar for the defensive side of the computer. Uh-oh, that's a good ball. Step. Oh, nice save. And their attack defense levels are more conservative. I just like that now right through the middle is not as easy. I mean, you can still control it because you're in their defensive third. But that's how they play. Well, you know, the next team we'll probably play River and see how they play. I love that. What I like a lot about PES 2018 right now is how receptive the center backs are to 50-50 balls. Even for the computer, they step up to... I guess maybe it's with just these adjustments, but they don't just hang back. They're doing so much better in going past the midfield line to get like a 50-50 ball or a header or anything like that. So like you can send a ball over, try to send the ball over top, and they'll come meet them all the way, even if it's on the other side of the half. This is what needs to stop right here, though. It's just that kind of direct pass, and that's tough when you get there. But they're very direct. Let's see, and that was not good defense by me. So it is what it is there in that aspect. You know, can't do too much with that because you can't do tight marking. And sometimes if you do tight marking, it does it too tight, and then it's like overcommitting. So let's see if we can get a counter here going. Now that's one of the negative parts about the false nine is because it, you know, my attacker there wanted to drop back instead of run away, but at the same time I prefer that just for the sake of not making it so open and wide open spaces. Oh, that's a good ball. They've got me through the oh, that's nice. That's a nice ball. They've got me down the wings pretty easily. They get really wide. What I like about that, though, guys, is, again, let me show you the replay here. Off the ball positioning of the center backs and the defensive midfielder is exactly what I want to see. Yeah, I completely agree. And I think, I mean, I'm hoping as we get the full game that if I can do the 5-second fix, which is adjusting the out of possession formation, and you know, in fluid formations you change everything to out of possession, so the in possession looks like an out of possession, and it basically just compresses everything. But I wanted to make a comment here. I really like, this is exactly what I wanted to see with the center backs or the defenders. See how the defensive midfielder is just stepping right in front of the forward right there. If you look at any PES 2018 video, go play your own on the demo with no adjustments, you'll see there's like 3 defenders marking 1 forward constantly. And here, this just gives the right illusion. So that way, if there's a transition, the defensive midfielder can now step up. This is exactly what I've been wanting to see for a while now. Sarper, I don't know. In the event that I have, I don't know if the false 9 applies to every. My feeling is it applies to. You'd have to test it, and I don't know what other value to test. Hug the touchline made things open in the middle, so, and I didn't want to have it off. See, Reap. So yeah, having it both on, to me, I felt like it affects the midfielders too, the advanced midfielders. I don't know though. You know, that's probably more placebo than anything, but still, just better safe than sorry, I guess. You know. And I don't know what attacking value I want to adjust, because it just screws up so much. Like one little bit here, you know. That's why advanced instructions to me are kind of counterintuitive, because you have an advanced instruction, and then you have, you know, for attack, and then you have an advanced instruction for the defense. I mean, that's not how. I don't know. It kind of messes up the fundamentals of it, really, because you can only have this with this. You can't, you know, pair up some of these together. Some of them don't make sense to be paired up. What's that? Offsides? Yeah, offsides. Yeah. Exactly. Way too wide. And it's wide. And the problem with it being so wide is that it now screws up. Oh crap! That's one thing. It now screws up the middle of the pitch. So the swarm of the box basically becomes null, because now everything just goes, you know, out wide. And then when it goes in the middle, it's so spread out, and it hurts it. So it's a nice tackle. Yes. Center back's positioning is much better. Oh, what a terrible header. Crosses are kind of the main thing now. I wish it wasn't. I think sometimes it's a little too assisted. But it looks how it should. And that's a nice one where it's kind of a bad clearance causes it. Yeah, I wish they'd be a lot more aggressive as well. I agree. Yeah, I think it does have to be toned down. But overall, I mean, I'm happy with how it's playing. Yeah, it's just everything's within, you know. And that's fine, I guess, but yeah. Sometimes it just feels like you can't do anything about it, no matter if you're using super cancel or not. But, you know. But it's nice to properly lose a match, I guess. I want a challenge, you know. And seeing how compressed everything is here, this is nice, and it tells me that there's a chance. It's got it somewhere there, you know, something within the crazy code. That's a great step up there. So we play through the middle, see if he steps up. There's auto shielding right there. Oh, it's just bulldozing. Give it in. Oh, that's good effort. Yeah, I think that's a good point, Sarper. Yeah. They definitely have to be adjusted. Yeah, definitely, man. Chester, you're on Evo Web or WNB. Remind me again. I can't ever remember people's usernames sometimes when they have it different. I apologize. I had a spreadsheet. I did from the last YouTube stream, and then I don't know what I did with it. I renamed it or something. I apologize though. Oh. There we go. See, I love how they're just stepping up. Yeah, they're giving me a lot of space to the defensive third, but at the same time, you know, it's protect their goal at all costs, which they're doing phenomenally. Yeah. Ah, couldn't get to it. I'm going to step up now since I'm losing, so we'll see what happens here. See, I'm trying to go down the sides and it's just not happening. Maybe I'll get a cross. Oh, that was not a good cross. See, they love playing that ball right to the forward. And I can't do too much with it either. But it's nice he held up the ball, you know, and I'm fine with that if that's the case. Ah. Nope, that's not gonna work. Nope. But it is nice to get some confirmation that there really is something there with PES 18. Like, it's not... Oh, that's terrible. You know, that there's potential. That was the whole point of me looking into this. I kind of wrote it off at some point, but then I thought to myself, you know, maybe there's something within these advanced instructions we can do. And of course, it's a friendly match, so you can adjust it for the computer, give some insight there. So just in case, you know, the day one patch doesn't accomplish what we need, maybe something over here, I don't know. That's always the goal with the channel, the goal with, you know, everything here. It's the greater good for all of our experiences, no matter how we play. Oh. Much better in terms of the positioning of the center backs, in my opinion. Excuse me. Let's see if they're going to play forward. Yep, and they're playing a little bit more. There we go. I love that. That's old school for me. Kind of that step up there of PES 14. I knew he was going to do it. Nice move. And see on the radar, see how their center backs are spread out again? Oh, he's all by himself. That's part of the offside trap. Superstar. Yeah. I think as there are more bodies, more compression, you know, there's a better chance for fouls, you know. I think that's really all it comes down to, because I think the game recognizes the fouls pretty well. Oh, great ball in. Or, you know, when there's collisions, I think it recognizes it pretty well. I've seen some niggly fouls, you know, ones that don't look like they should. You know, they're pretty soft. And let's just run at him, see what he does. He's kept his ground pretty well. They're giving up a lot of space in some areas, maintaining a, you know, the lead, etc. Let's see if we can get one back. Whoa! I didn't press that. And see, there's a foul that should have been called. Where was that, though? I don't remember that. Referee does call their... Ooh, yeah. There you go. Referee calls advantage a lot. Nice shot. Yeah, tell me about it. That was not... So far, I haven't beaten Inter in a while, but I guess I'm just testing things. But I think I'm good. I think we can work with this, you know, until the full game's out. Yeah, injuries definitely come and go. I haven't seen any ones that take them out of the match or anything. I have seen them, you know, I injured a guy as well. So now it's about trying it with different teams. And the worst team that's represented in this demo is Dortmund, which is really unfortunate because of their style of play. It would be amazing to play correctly. But let's try it out. Let's do Liverpool Dortmund. We'll be away. Oh. 'Cause, 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 That's good, Sarper. I'm glad to hear that. Definitely. Definitely glad to hear that. This is fine. These guys get the full game just because it's in South America? Is that what it is? Are any of them selling it? I already have my copy pre-ordered. Both copies, PC and PS4. Oh, Dubai, yeah. Okay, makes sense. Okay, so I still think Gegenpress is going to be built in here. Let's just see what happens. So we do deep defensive line and we do swarm the box. Nope, turn off fluid formations. It's important. Kick off, kick off. There we go. Now we change everybody to a defensive midfielder. Because those guys above, I mean, they should technically as well. If when we can start moving players, you can move these guys down out of possession and turn them into side midfielders, so that way they come back on defense. Although I have seen Liverpool and wingers also drop back on defense, so it seems like Konami was listening on some of the videos I posted about that. So that's very good. We'll see if that holds true. So now we're selecting sides, changing over here. Two Gegenpress teams, right? So it should be interesting. All right, kick off. Forward, good. Now here we go. Change these guys. I don't think this will change. Yeah, that's fine. There you go. Wonder if he's close enough. Nope, can't change him. All right, good to go. Let's see how it goes. I'm not as optimistic with Dortmund because they love look at these balls over the top. They love to play these random balls over the top. Completely opposite of how Dortmund plays. And I believe they're more aggressive in their defensive instructions. Maybe not. They seem pretty conservative right now. We'll see what happens though. Ah, that was a bad move. Yeah, they like that. Little counter. Yep, all over the top again. Ah, not a good ball. Still a little patient. Yeah, they like, well, then I say that and I do that. But that's okay. Defending that alright. Ooh, that was terrible. One thing I may tweet out with the broadcast camera, I wish they would kind of zoom it out just a little bit so we can see those hard shots. And the camera can catch up. Because in this current state, you don't see that. This is live broadcast. So yeah, there's no adjustments, unfortunately. That was good. All right, see, let's see here. See what they do. They'll probably back off. Yep. They stepped up in the defensive third, but still, that's not good enough. And that's off me. So that gives an indication of kind of what we're working with here. in those moments in which, you know, you do exploit them, they're not doing what they should. But it's not consistent because you don't get behind them that often. So I'm trying to play as direct as possible just to kind of test them. Just kind of like the same way they play me. And this is just, I hate this kind of long ball stuff. Wish they would stop that. I don't even know if, is that in their tactics? I haven't checked Dortmund in a while. I'm pretty sure it is. Could be wrong though. Yeah, long passes, their build up. They stay wide, they maintain their formation, frontline pressure, go through the middle, and they're very aggressive. So. Yeah, I mean that's because of their long ball tactic. That's unfortunate, because it's not how Dortmund play. Oh yeah, did it again, haven't I? That's. Now I am going to see. Yeah, midfield possessions. Yeah, I mean it is what it is. You've got this build up. Okay, so let's take a look. I want to just see the... See, this is what I like, though, still. Even though the defensive midfielder there, you know, is a little too tight, I still like that he's there. And the center backs are spread out. So, again, good stuff for me. I mean, these like 30, 35-yard passes, though, are kind of like what ruins the immersion. But that's how they play. Oh, terrible. This is 0. Yeah. Terrible clearance there from Klein. I think I tried to clear it, but I think I pressed pass instead. And this is a good example of how, see how the forwards just kind of stay up. So in out of possession, when we get the full game, we'll be changing that to side midfielders, so they actually come back and defend. Because in real life, that's what they do. You don't have 3 forwards that just stay up the whole time, not contributing anything. And that is why. Because if a midfielder was there, it's a 4-3-3. You can't defend in a 4-3-3. You have to have, you know, a formation that changes, which is fluid formation. I really love these long balls. This is going to be unfortunate when we start to see teams that are long ball teams. And start to see that hopefully this isn't the the preset tactic adherence level. This is why Dortmund is kind of a really tough team to judge the game on. They're just not well designed. I'm not sure who was in charge of setting up their tactics, but yikes, he needs to watch Dortmund. Nice save. A little over the top in my opinion, but still. Hung back on that one. Yeah. I went to Superstar just for the sake of their defense. I think it's a little bit better in terms of how they react with these adjustments as well. So. Although I think their attacking sake is a little too direct at times. I think there's a lot of potential. I think just Dortmund's just one of those teams that just isn't done right. But at the same time, they have not been easy to break down. 2 fouls in a row there. That was a good sign. That's the aggressive defense. So let's see if I can do anything with this stuff. I'm not very good at free kicks. Yep, see? We'll probably do... I want to do the Boca and River after this. Nice. There we go. Build some numbers here. Yeah, I agree, master plan. This is just one of those instances of the game's just not, yeah. Okay, we'll do Flamengo Corinthians, that's fine. We'll do that after this. Yeah. I think it's just the exception of Dortmund, you know. They're very wide. Defensively, they're okay. I mean, they haven't been easy to break down. They're moving the ball pretty well now. Offensively, it's just been, you know, it's kind of hard. Basically, they don't really have a transition. Their transition is send the ball up as quick as possible. So here, you know, not bad. That's auto shielding. That's nice. That's a good ball. Good step up there. See, no backing off. So we know I think the settings work. I think they do. It's just a matter of playing against a team that's not just going to send the ball long every time. You see, they're a little more controlled now. That was an offsides. That's the offside trap in motion there. Oh, that might not work. Nope, that was bad. They are positionally a little bit different than where they started, I can see. They're covering a lot more ground. See how they're stepping up a little higher? That's the Dortmund I know that, you know. Of course, you can break them down and, you know, just some quick passing. And they're dropping back a bit. Let's see if they step up. Yeah, they're stepping up. that in. Yeah, it's kind of the unfortunate part. It's just that ball over the top. Nice tackle there, I think. See, and the false nine creates that sense of, you know, that they have to kind of drop back, check to the ball, etc. And that little instance, even though they are playing very frenetic with this long ball over the top, at least there are moments in which they don't play that way. And that's what was really tiring and almost boring before the adjustments. And in my opinion, just kind of how I felt, it was just really boring because it was just so end-to-end for the sake of them sending balls over the top constantly. It's a nice save. Nice, get out. Devin says the computer doesn't keep the advanced text. I would say they have so far. Let's check it. Yep. False number 9, deep defensive, swarm the box. Yeah, they're still there. It might be, I don't know if you set specific values, like where you have to choose a player in particular, like tight marking, and then you have to choose who's going to be tight marked or something like that. But these kind of global ones that affect the team in total may be okay. Alright, so let's see if have they switched up the way they're playing now? They're not going over the top. That's good to see. Oh, I'm out of position here. Oh boy. Oh, clear it, please. I think there's a lot of guys up at the top there because just I went all the way red here. Yeah, not that it's going to matter. I'm kind of done playing Dortmund. They're just not the right representation here. Oh, ooh, good effort. What? Hold on, what did you say? Why? What does it matter? Already awake. Yeah, I think marking may be the answer there. We'll have to look into that next. For the computer's sake. Yeah, that might be a good idea. I'm going to do a quick rematch and see what that looks like. I think that's a good idea. So if you put center backs, let's do a quick rematch just real quick. We won't play it too long. Just to see if it improves. I think it's... I'm hesitant just because I don't want to lose that zonal approach. So have to go back to everything here, I think. Yep, gotta put it all back. So let's just try it real quick. That's fine. And then I guess we'll do marking, okay? So in this case we'll put Lovren. We don't want to get him out of position. That's fine. Let's just see what happens there. And let's see, change these guys. There we go. Day one patch. Yeah. That's good. I mean, that means this stuff is definitely, you know, issues, you know, that are everybody caught early, so maybe we won't be out for too long, which is great. So released right when we all get the game, that's fantastic for us. That's great news. So I'm going to do the Stormer box. They didn't have any issues, you know, defending me. I'll say they played pretty well. Oh, one more thing, offside trap. That's the one thing I need to make sure. And the process is kind of annoying just because of how quickly you have to, or how long it takes sometimes to do this. I mean, it's not super long, but it is inconvenient. Alright, so let's see if it works. Like I said, I'm not going to play this one very, very long. I don't really want to play Dortmund anymore. I think they're going to go over the top. Yeah, see, that's the problem with this, with the Swarm. Or not this one, with the deep defensive line, they may just follow him, I'm afraid. But let's just see what happens. Play it out. If they have that false 9, I'm hoping they'll show to it then. Maybe that would be easier. Yeah, I can see them both on him. Down to my radar, they're like right on him. It's going to put guys out of position. But we'll see. Yeah, see, they're dropping back too far. So, like, that's a good example of what, by default, it's set up as. Very man-marking based, without these adjustments, I feel. See what they're doing on the other side there. I'm trying to go long. That's not going to work. Whoop. That was bad. That should be good. Pretty clinical. But that was a product of my own mistake there, so. I wonder if I should do just one guy on Yang. Something like that instead of two guys. I just wanted to see really if they ran into each other, so it looks like that's exactly what they're doing. See, one guy, I wanted one guy to step and one guy to drop, but I'm not going to do that if they're both marking him all by himself. Backward save is so annoying. No keeper can save shots like that every single time. The way PES 18, it was definitely a FIFA thing, but PES 18 is now taking it full on. The backward saves need to go. So we can go over the top ourselves. Not the best ball in the world. Nope. Lost space there. I think I'm just overplaying Dortmund. They're just so wide open. I'll say, though, towards the end of the match when they were winning, they played a lot better, a lot different. No. Don't really want to play it on a different camera. I can't stand other cameras. You'll see that if you're on the channel. Yeah, I never play on other types of cameras. I'm a big believer in proper broadcast camera. One fixed point. No sideline to sideline camera. Yeah, everybody's marking Aubameyang here. So the marking is not bad. They're just too spread out. Yeah, exactly. I just think it's just built up. So we're gonna play. I'm going. Just go from there. I want to keep testing this theory. I don't want to play with Dortmund. They're just weird. They have some issues. Something in the preset tactics that we can't adjust. So we're gonna go Corinthians and do Flamengo. What's their way? I think it's white. Yep. No, you can't, because you can't you can't move their position back. Yeah, you can't edit the position, unfortunately. You can make a outside back, center back. Out of possession, it makes them a little tighter. They don't go as far out. Still. Alright, so let's test this out. Advanced instructions, false 9, defensive line, we're in the box. They've already got that. That's good. Probably why they're fun to play against already. Now, the roles though, kickoff, they don't need to be defensive. In possession, they don't need to be defensive midfielders. Here though, yes, they can be. You just get changed to a center midfielder. There you go. Nope, not done. Turn it on. Switch it up. Oh, I didn't turn it. Fluid formations on. Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I made those changes. Wow. All right. Defensive line. Small box. That's good. Change this. Make sure. No defensive midfielders in possession. There we go. That's fine. These guys stay. This guy's gonna just change to a center. Turn on offside trap. And go back. Yes, I think top player is more balanced based on the way the computer attacks you. But defensively, they're not as. I don't think they're as aggressive as Superstar. But I don't know. I haven't tested it today. I've been primarily playing on Superstar. And obviously, having a challenge, I don't think I've won yet. But I guess I've just been testing, so it's not really relevant whether I've won or lost. Oh, now good touch. Yeah, this might be more congested, correct. It's a good effort. Always testing down the side for me, just because in PES 17 it was so easy. This is a little bit better, though. No. Try a late run. Ooh. Uh-oh. It's good offsides. The other thing with superstars, they just seem to just be able to pass the ball with ease, you know. But I do like them for their defensive position. Like, I feel like they're just more aggressive. Now, even more so with the adjustments, I feel like, so. That ball's kind of still easy to play, that kind of through ball in advanced positions. I don't know how I didn't get that. I'm gonna just swap this. Yeah, the build-up's a lot better when they actually have something other than long ball, you know. That's a good ball. Oops. That's the false nine where Joe's dropping back, but I'd rather have him do that than run away and bring a defender. Oh, bad turn. So here I can try to mix it up. I can hold, you know, keep possession. I'll try to do. I just want to, you know, I like how they're just stepping. They're stepping in the right spots. I'm having to circulate the ball. That's not good. And see, just by default, it's just very backed off. That's because I can't do tight marking. But it makes up for it because I can do stuff like that. Good job. Good defending, actually, things considered. That's terrible. I mean, just compared to how it was. You see, with Superstar, they love to just play this long ball straight to the attacker. You can't do anything about that, really. I'll maybe try one marking on one attacker, but I don't want to lose that emphasis of a zonal approach. Oh man, cheese keeper. That's some ridiculous saves. So now what I'm going to try to explore is just kind of what value is going to allow the what value is it going to be to prevent the computer to play that straight ball direct to their attacker with ease, because that's like their mentality. So I don't know what value to do that, if it's maybe just on my side. So if you think about it, I've got center backs there, and they basically have the forward just stay back the whole time. Hey Rock, yeah, this is just PA1. Everything's basic. Yeah, I'm testing, so I don't really get into anything. Trying to find a value that can work. So basically, it's the out of possession value, of course. And maybe I can. I have two center midfielders. Maybe they're not dropping up. I don't know. I don't know if it's a preset tactic or if I should do marking. So if I do, maybe this could be our test. See, all that defensive style is always tricky. Maybe we can do the one where it stays defensive. Players will refrain from pushing forward in the attack. So maybe by changing the player role, the center midfielder, maybe keeping one of these guys in will allow them maybe to drop back a little bit. So essentially like PES's version of a DMF. Just try this real quick and see what happens. Just want to see what it looks like. Basically, it's when I'm in possession, so. If I get the ball. Oh. Let's see. I'm gonna put it on Gabriel, didn't I? Let's see where he goes. There he is. So he drops back like a true defensive midfielder. Okay, so he lets the back and then he drops back a little bit more. So you can play off of him. And see, he's just dropping back and dropping back, just kind of being an outlet. Now let's see how it comes back. Okay. So see, now he's there. Now he was there immediately. Ooh, what's the call there? Offsides? Yeah. Oh, I definitely feel like they do. This superstar, you know. Yeah, I definitely believe they do. Let's see what happens with this thing. So now they're passing backwards. So they're trying to. I'll have to see what happens in their next transition. Let's see if I can recreate what I'm looking for here. Ah. Keeper. Okay, so Gabriel is basically like playing a true defensive midfielder role. He's dropping back just in support, you know. So my goal is thinking if we do that but we have him as a center midfield in the player role, that he's actually going to play like a proper defensive midfielder instead of, you know, PES's interpretation in which he stays right in front of the midfielder line. So let's just see what that looks like here. Okay, so here's the transition play. Perfect. They usually will try to pass it back, but see, Gabriel's now there. See, and they can't make that pass to their forward now. If they try to, he has to build up. He doesn't just turn and face my, you know, 3 defenders immediately. That's a foul. Wait, you can take that. I don't know why he took that quickly and didn't shoot. Go figure. Alright, let's see what happens here. I'll tell you, they have not been easy to break down at all. Nope, never mind. Okay. Sorry guys, I know I keep going to I just want to see what their forward is doing. So let's say I was pretty advanced there. Yeah, so let's go all the way here. You can see how... Hey, Gabe, look, what's up, man? Yeah, it looks good. And see now how... Let me check out my center midfielders here. Oh, I went the wrong way, sorry. I think it's Gabrielle and who else? I forgot. Sorry, I have to see this. Okay, Maicon. There's Gabrielle, right? Yep. So Maicon and Gabrielle. Dang it, sorry. Did I do it again? Goodness, I'm going too fast. Okay. Okay, so my two center midfielders are there. So in transition, they become defensive midfielders. Okay. Which is correct. So that way, in the attack, you know, they're moving up. But because I have in possession, I have it set up for defensive on Gabrielle. He stays back and helps. And so that way, when they try to send that direct ball to their forward, he's there already. Let's just see how long we can live that up. Let's see. That's not bad. That's not bad. Oof. That's not bad. I think we can work with that. Basically using the combination of advanced instructions. Let's see what happens here. With player, yeah, combining advanced instructions with the player roles. That's a good ball over the top. Come on, somebody help. Doing really good to staying goal side. Their defenses. Ooh. Okay, so here it is. That's from a corner. Can't really be mad about that. Nice. Try to go over the top. Joe's been quiet for a minute. Really, that's an example of those kind of random saves that the keeper makes that really shouldn't be deflected backwards or anything like that. Looking forward to testing this a little bit more. Let's see how this thing works. The defensive midfielders in transition. So they're bounded, yeah, and then they're center midfielders in possession. Sorry guys, I know this is probably a little boring just because of the things I'm testing. Yeah. That's better. That's much better. Much better. Yeah, they keep him on. They keep him on. They may change them. They change the player roles. I've seen that. They've changed the player roles. I don't know why this thing. So I think my switcher is acting up a little bit. Yeah, I think that was a good game. Go away this time. Let's do Boca and River. Yeah, if you make the adjustment, hopefully I can't. It'll keep it. I gotta put that on Twitter because I know D-Mend and all said they don't. But I've tested it quite a bit. Respond to a couple of this. Okay. So here's the way we do game plan, preset tactics, advanced instructions, turn this stuff off to false 9. Now, for the user only, we're gonna put it on defensive and assign that. I'm just assigning it to the lower rated player. And then defensively, we do deep defensive line, and then we do swarm the box. Turn on fluid formations, go to lineup, check the out of possession and kickoff, make sure there's nobody being a defensive midfielder. Out of possession is fine, they can be defensive midfielders. I'm okay with that. Then, I just turn this off, on for my sake, offside trap. It's on, so they step up and go to the computer, go to their advanced instructions, false 9 it, false 9, because I don't want to assign anything. I don't want to put somebody defensive because I think they're going to take that off anyway, so we'll just keep it simple and how we did on that last match. I don't want to mess anything up. And then go to lineup. Make sure nobody is a center midfielder or a defensive midfielder. And the reason I do that is because PES interpretation of a defensive midfielder stands right in front of the defensive line, not in front of the forward. The forward should be in between the defensive line and the defensive midfielder. So, okay. Then the last thing is to turn on that offside trap. And go for there. Yeah, it's true. Will I play my club? I don't know. I don't usually play those, but we'll see. I mean, last year I didn't get to touch anything that I was interested in because I was trying to trying to work on fixes with everybody. And kind of already off to that start here, as expected. It's it's a tough balance, but we can get things working the way we want. Finding something in the tactics like we had to do last year. Now it's just a matter of hoping the patches don't mess that up. So hopefully the day one patch though helps. So let's just see how it turns out. FIFA 18 or PES 18, I'm excited for both, honestly. If you guys know the channel, I'm a big FIFA player as well. PES is my true love, though. I've always started a PES fan first before anything. So yeah, I think they're just two separate games. One game you can customize the crap out of, and then one game you can't. So big difference to me. Change the RM to CM to see if they become narrower. Yeah, I'll look at that. I will. I don't want to lose the defense on the sidelines though, right? So I like where you're thinking though, Ade. I like where you're thinking. Let's just see how this looks. I definitely, right now, I want to see how the attacker, if they can get away with just sending these straightforward passes to the attacker in transition. That's good defense there. Bad pass by the computer. That's weird. So let's see how we can build up here. Remember, also with player roles, the computer's going to change those. Nothing I can do about that. In terms of when they change them, I don't know. I assume it's like match scenario. Oh, it's so easy to cross sometimes though. Hey Jerry. Good to see you again. I'm a little more awake. Not 4 a.m. anymore. 12:30 p.m. almost 1 p.m. here. My kids are going to be awake soon, so that'll probably be when I have to switch off. I mean, I always keep playing without a mic, but still. Okay. Oh, get rid of it. Oh no, not good. There we go. I love how they stay in the play. What kind of cross was that? That's crazy. All right. I wish I didn't have to keep pushing these guys up all the time. Nobody really plays from the back like... I don't know. Some teams do it. My beloved Fulham does it. I know that. But not every team in the world does it. Right, let's see if I can find him over the top. That's a good ball. First time. Goal. Clinical. I haven't scored a goal in a while, so I'll take that. That was kind of a goal from nothing, really. That was a good finish. Oh, sorry. Okay. Gotta be careful with my secondary pressure in the wrong spots. And they're pretty, I think they're pretty aggressive in terms of their pressure too. Or they've got frontline pressure. Oop. That's nice to see that he stepped up like that. PES 16 and PES 17 he wouldn't step up that quickly, so that's good to see. Still think crossing is easy. Oh, there we go, there's a good example. Okay. I'm okay with this actually. Try more OP over the top through balls. Okay, I will. Let's just see how my defense looked here. Or my... Yeah, I want to see how that defensive advanced destruction value worked. Who did I apply that to? I applied that to my captain, I believe, didn't I? It's my captain. Is this my captain? Oh, captain. Yeah, it's my captain. Okay. Ponzio. Okay. So, in the attack, he refrained from going forward, so he stays there. He's still in between, technically between the center, between the forwards. Not really that great. I'd like him to be a little bit more advanced than that, but that's okay. Now here, It's a long ball, but he's there if they need to go to the center forward. And there, he's there to put pressure on him. So now they have to play the ball backwards. So overall, not bad. They've got they have forwards up there, you know. So I feel like they're doing what they should do. Okay, I don't like that though. I didn't like that just because of how easy that was. Okay, so let's see how we get them on the attack. Go over the top. Not the best ball in the world. That's the trick sometimes with this deep defensive line. It just kind of looks strange sometimes. But, I mean, at least there's a bit of resistance in the midfield. That's the whole point of this. Some sacrifices being needed. I'll try to go here. That's a good one. At some point in time, my goal is to take off that deep defensive line value, but I'm not sure how much it's going to screw up. Swarm the box seems to be doing what it's supposed to. They have, let's just check yeah, they have kind of an interesting setup too. Nice move there. I read you like a book, though. So here in transition. Oh, look how far they're stepping up. You see their center backs there step up? That's fantastic. Oof. Not sure what happened there. Nope, not the best pass in the world. See, that's fine. They haven't played that direct pass straight to their forward like we've been seeing. Oop. Get it out. Still, also, they aren't as built up, though. There they are. Ah, see, that's what I don't like. That was a product of my center back dropping back. See, they didn't step up at all. See, that's the thing. I don't know if the advanced instructions, like this combo, I don't know if, I mean, I know it's adjusting just, whoops. I know it's just adjusting one value here. It could be the out of possession. In possession, out of possession. What if, make it really true, right? So we make this guy a center midfielder, but not deep defensive line. Yeah, so now we keep him back though as a center midfielder. And make sure he stays as center midfielder so that way he doesn't drop so far back. Let's see what that looks like. You see, in his role as the advanced instruction as defensive, he tends to drop back, just how, you know, a proper defensive midfielder does. So basically he's a center midfielder, but with, you know, defensive midfielder characteristics because of the advanced instructions. So see, he stays back there. Good outlet. Good playmaker, essentially. Alright, so now let's see how it works in transition. Okay, see, there he is. Okay, good. Okay, just gotta see what this looks like. Yeah, tighter marking definitely needs to be worked on, but I mean, it's a tough balance. Okay, so I'm gonna go find Ponzio, right? Okay. Okay, so we lost the ball there. Okay, so he starts to drop back. It's not a DMF, so now he has to step forward. Okay. I mean, that's fine. I can live with that. Let's just see how it plays out. That's not the best switch. That's okay though. Good step there. You see, Ponzio's there. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to do. So now if they're going to try to play that direct pass to the forward, well, I guess they better figure something else out. Yep. That's what they did instead. And that's part of the breakdown there. So that's a good example to find out what they're doing here. So here, transition, direct passing. I've got the wrong guy selected, I know it. Okay, so what happened here? We're attacking, we're moving up. Kind of confused where they're going. Okay. I wonder if we make him a DMF the whole time. Let's try that. Good pressure. I like how they're getting back nicely. Uh-oh. That's good. Broke that defense finally. I'm gonna get them on the sides here. So Ponzio is a proper defensive midfielder. Okay, that's alright. There we go. That's his role. That's what he should be doing. So we can find him. Whoa. Not what I intended there. Okay, now they've got to do a little more build up. Okay, that's better. Still not 100% yet. Much better, though. Getting absolutely bombarded right now. Oh, good step. Good playing. Good. Oof. We got a good. Let's switch this. There we go. Look at the fight off the ball. That's really nice to see. Oh, a little aggressive there. Yep, nice play. It's a little end-to-end now, but it's not bad. Ah, that pass. Whoop, whoop, stuck. Not the best pass in the world. Got away with it somehow. Okay, that's a bit direct, but I mean that's still not in any real threatening spots, so I'm okay with that. See, and I can do the same thing. I'm gonna go over the top and catch it. Problem is with that defensive midfield value. See, it just becomes like this group who stay back and a group who don't stay back. It's just kind of fragmented, like a disconnect. See, guys, well, I mean, there's one there, that's fine. But back there, that defensive midfield role is the problem here. So, Ponzio, who is getting up there now, like, look here. See, that position is not terrible. He just doesn't get up in the attack. I guess I'll take that back. He's doing all right. I would prefer him to get a little higher. So the combination of the center midfield or the defensive midfield role plus the defensive advanced instruction assigned to him is what's causing that. So let's put it back for in possession. Let's have him do it the whole time, right? And have just one other guy be the defensive midfielder out of possession. Let's see how that turns out. Just letting them run through because I want to see if they actually build up. That's a nice goal. Oh, nice effort on goal. I'll take it back. Nope, not cleared. Jeez. A four-man attack right there. I just want to see their positioning on their attack. So it gets really funky sometimes. Not bad. They're there. They're not spread out the way I would prefer them to, but they're there. See, you've got three guys just hanging out over there, and I bet you one of them is a defensive midfielder. Get back. Tobio. Who am I missing here? Yeah, because you know it doesn't go to the right guy until... Yeah, it's their defensive mid, Gago. Yeah, Gago just stays back there. And that's PES's interpretation of a defensive midfielder. I can't get back to it, sorry. There you go. And I'm afraid they actually changed them there, the value. Let's just see real quick. Let's see if they've changed it. Nope, they haven't changed it. But, yeah, Let's see, defensive midfielder. Is there a defensive midfielder in the attack? No. Huh. How did Gago get all the way back there then? Interesting. False 9, false 9. Okay. That's what I have. Okay. Overall, I mean, a lot of fun in exploring these values. Let's see if we can do something here. Good match. Really curious on some of these values. Alright, we'll do one more and then call it a day. We're gonna do let's just do a national team to end it. I haven't really used many. I've just been playing club. I really like playing national teams. So let's do Germany against Argentina. Oh, Argentina's playing 4-4. Screw that. I did it again. Yeah, we'll do Brazil. That's fine. Okay, last one here. That defensive position is interesting, though. Because he did play it correctly. They didn't really get the ball straight to their forward as quickly. The problem was I couldn't build my attack as well. So I think I gotta look at it a little bit longer. So, alright, let's do this here. Let's turn on fluid formations, advanced instructions, false 9. This is the one where we are putting this on defensive, and it's just going to go to our defensive midfielder. And then this is defensive line, and swarm the box. And then we're going to turn on offside trap. And then here, oh, that's right. Keep that out of possession. There we go, in possession. Okay, out of possession, center midfielder. Okay. Yep. That's what we're looking for there. Okay. Now we go back to their side. They have false 9s. I already have a false 9, so I also have a deep defensive line, so just run the box. Player role changes don't really matter at some point, but we'll change it anyways. Alright, let's see. Oh, yeah, offside trap does stick, though. I'm hoping deep defensive line is the value I can change, because I would really like to figure that out. Just what I've seen so far is with it on, they really don't get caught as following the attacker, but maybe I can get that false 9 working instead. So maybe something to check later on today. Oh, that spacing I've done on the side here. Let's see it right here. It's because they're so dropped back. Let's see what happens. It's so deep in there. We're sort of playing over the top, huh? turning off the deep defensive line. So I kind of just want to see what it's going to look like here. To what value, though? Let's just turn it off. See what we get, because we've got offside trap on. Oops, wrong one. Turn this off. Yeah, let's see what happens here. How is that a foul? Okay, interesting. Oh, no, that was bad. Now we've just got swarm in the box, so let's see what happens. Trying to play the ball forward. Okay, I mean, that's fine. They're not just playing him forward and then he's, you know, one-on-one with my entire defensive line, so I'm okay with that. Nice try. Alright, so let's see if I can do the same. Nope, they're marking pretty well. It's like Kadira, though. It's really out of position. Oh, should have cleared it. Still not 100%. But I would really like if I didn't have to use that deep defensive line, so at the same time I don't want them not stepping up or, yeah. Okay, they're stepping out. Okay, that's the gag and press a little bit. I don't know why they're doing that. I think they're just aggressively marking. Go. This is playing quite good, though. It's definitely more end-to-end, but not with just so much space kind of end-to-end, so I'm okay with how this is playing. Yeah, I think that defensive advanced instruction is actually working well. Now that I've turned off that deep defensive line, I think it might work. We'll see, I have to test this a little bit more now. To see, even then, they're still pretty deep. Get rid of it. Ooh. Not easy to get out, that's for sure. So you have the, I think they have like this built-in pressing. Good match. I'm gonna have to try this against another team. Now that I don't have to use deep defensive line, that may, and just use the false 9 as the method and the offside trap as well to kind of get that step forward. They're just trying to exploit down the wings, basically. They've done that quite successfully, and they pressure very high as well. So, oh. See if I can send this ball. See, I can't because he's right there every time, which is perfect. See how far I can send this if I get in trouble. Yeah, see? Hi, W. No. No, this is PA1. I'm not using... Not making any adjustments there just because I'm still testing. Wouldn't make sense to play full manual and miss like 5-yard passes, and I'd never get an idea of if anything was working right. This is better though. That's too easy. Way too easy. That's all me though. All the time he had, I just did not step forward and kept backing off. That was all me though. Okay. Let's see how this plays out. Tell you what, though, they're stepping up quite well. Good defense, yeah. They're stepping forward nicely. Look at this ball. Yeah, I mean, we played off the back shoulder. We tried to go for the offside trap. It was a nice run. Keeper definitely should have came out. I think he hesitated, unfortunately. I could have held triangle. I don't think I did. So they move so fast. I mean, it's superstar. I know that's going to be the case, especially Brazil. It's just kind of... That's why I don't play national teams, because most of the time, everybody's like a superstar, and it's just kind of, some of it is a little off. And, I don't know. I also feel like they're hard coded sometimes, in their values and stuff. But it's nice to see a different attack, and before I was able to beat them pretty well down the sidelines. And maintaining their shape pretty well. Let's see if we can switch this up. That's a terrible pass. And they love to go over the top. Yeah, agreed, Jerry. They really should have opened up the space. they're definitely taking advantage of the offside trap, which is kind of what happens when you turn off the deep defensive line value. So basically, they're just, you know, it's basically doing what an offside trap is. You can see my guys step up quite a bit and then get caught. Yeah. So I mean, that's okay. This is why I wanted to see this. I wanted to see what the deep defensive line off looked like. Maybe now I'll turn off the offside trap. Let's turn that off and see what we get as a result. It's been a while since I've had it off. That's not the ball I wanted to play. I say, I like playing the fact that they've made it quite the challenge to attack. No, they didn't step up there though. That's the problem with the deep defensive line off, I feel like, at least. It's just bad from Boateng there. Yeah, you can see why I use deep defensive line in that aspect, because then the computer just plays very OP-like. But that's what I wanted to test. Yeah, it's true. Neymar is crazy in this game. Okay, so what we're going to do next, we're going to play one last one. I know I said that was the last one, but this is the very, very last one because I really need to see what this looks like with this without this deep defensive line. And see what we get as a result. So we're going to just do, let's just do Boca and River again. I think that was a perfect example. And we'll play, let's see what we do now. Let's finish it off and see how this goes. So we're going to do everything but deep defensive line. Yeah, the graphics are fantastic. The player models are fantastic. Really, that's really what's nice and really hard to play any other older ones like PES 14 and beyond that. So, okay, let's turn this on. Advanced instructions. False 9, false 9. Leave this off and instead do swarm the box. Okay. And then we go here. This guy, this guy. This guy, actually, all these guys are defensive midfielders. Okay. Oh no, I'm not done yet. What am I talking about? Attack. What am I doing? Advanced. Yeah, this is what happens. Sometimes I stare at this stuff too long and then I forget what I'm doing. Changing this defensive midfielder. He hangs back now because that's where he goes. So now in the attack, he's back there. And then here we said we're not going to use offside traps, so let's see what that looks like. So here, false number 9, false number 9. No deep defensive line, so we do swarm the box. Yeah, and then the other one's off. Make sure that's good. Change this. Yeah, they're fine. They're good to go. Okay, let's see how it goes. Last one of the day. The main thing to focus on without the deep defensive line is seeing if they follow the defenders are following the forwards everywhere they go. Basically eliminating that zonal approach that we saw earlier. And the swarm the box sometimes doesn't really work without the deep defensive line. That's my worry. Because then they get too narrow. Good defense overall there. Man, that was tough to watch. Ooh. Yeah, PES 15 was good. It just became really tactics heavy at times. 14's still my favorite, other than the defender following attackers into the box. Basically bypassing the midfield here. And then when they do get past, I feel like the swarm in the box isn't working in that instance. We're kind of back to a really fast-paced, out-of-position game. Everything's like an exploit behind. See what I mean though? It's like everything is just kind of back to the way it was without the defensive line combo. Why we have hands on hips and we just score? Good stuff right there. It's good stuff as well. I'm okay with that now. That's what I don't like. I know that's tight marking value you can easily put on. I guess you can. That's... Yes, crossing I feel is definitely overpowered. Yeah, it definitely feels like it. Let's do the offside trap. Change it to see there. RBC's out of possession, right? Yeah, I was thinking the same. But then you mark them manually. Yeah, okay. Let's try that. That might be a good idea. Oh, what am I doing? Mark. We can try that. Oh, I need to... Oh, crap. I guess that's what I've done now. I was gonna say, I didn't recognize this team. Well, I did it to them too, so maybe let's see if their marking sticks. Okay. Do it that way. Hey Reap, this is the last one for the day. I gotta get the boys. Testing without the deep defensive line advanced instruction just to see. Felt like at times they're just a little too much, but at the same time I liked how zonal it looked at one point, so I don't want it to get back to that. Marking here instead. Let's see how this stays. I've also done the advanced instruction of defensive, where you keep one player who doesn't join in on the attack. It's basically a center midfielder, but playing like a defensive midfielder in advanced instruction. That's actually kind of nice. Broke that up. Ade, this is looking alright so far. Let's see if we can keep it. So what we're trying here is change the player role. Oh, he's wide open. Trying to see the run off the ball. Yeah, good goal. Good goal there. At least they stepped up there. It's kind of what I want to make sure of. I'm trying some balls over the top just to see how they're marking, because I've got them also for marking. I think we're looking all right here. I'm gonna restart this match and make those adjustments. And I'm going to make them in full. So basically what I stuck with, I'm going to keep that deep defensive line, but I'm going to change them to center backs like you said. And I'm going to have them in possession, or out of possession, mark the forwards. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that. Now this will be the last one, I promise. The last one, right? We're getting there. Ade, I like where you're thinking here. Just a matter if the computer sticks, you know, if the computer doesn't make that change, right? As long as it doesn't make, they don't make that change on their own or something. That's the only variable that I can think of. So, all right, let's do it again here. Turn this on. Advanced instruction. False 9. Let's just do the false 9 on both and see what we get. Just keep it how I had it before. Right, and then we're doing the marking. Have them mark the outside midfielders. There we go. And then out of possession. These guys are all defensive. These guys are center backs. No. There we go. Okay. Did that. Hold on. I put an offside trap. False 18. Nice, David. I don't want to miss out on anybody who should be checking to the ball versus running away and taking a defender with them. So let me just do this here. Okay, and then they're marking. Let's just see how it looks like this, and then I'll look at that after I do. I don't do too much here. Just make sure we're in possession, no defensive midfielders. Okay, and then change these guys to center backs out of possession. Let's just make sure I did it right on the other side. I'm pretty sure I did. There we go. Okay, well, let's see how it turns out. Last match, I promise, because we're creeping up on almost 3 hours here. My boys are not going to stay asleep that long. Right back here. A little easy there. It's okay, we'll see. The best play there. There's that direct passing. Beat for pace here. Whoa. Nope. Bad pass. Man, it's definitely a battle, though. I like how much more advanced the center backs are, though. I think they've really gotten that much better. Oh, goodness. Keeper almost let that in. Get up the pitch. There we go. See, I like that right there. The center back stepping up like that. Let's go ahead and make this big switch. Venomous strike. That is the game. We got him pretty much on a counter. Had to be a perfect ball. It was. Oh, slipped. We'll look at the offside trap, or not the offside trap, we'll look at the deep defensive line in the second half. I'm curious as well what it might turn out. Oh my goodness. I feel like with this marking, I feel like I kind of lost the zonal approach. Because like they're out, you know, they're off marking outside. But I get it. I think that it makes more sense. I think we had it right before. Just to leave the marking alone. I just want to find a way maybe to reduce the deep defensive line necessity. See, because like look how back they are. So I'm going to turn off the deep defensive line value here. And just turn it off completely. On both sides. Let's see what happens here. See if the marking and the player role change takes over instead. Let's see, I'm going to send the ball long and see how long it goes. Should have made that one. It's just wide open now. See, they're still pretty deep. Yeah, it's kind of back to the way it was, unfortunately. The marking's not going to work. It's got it kind of all over the place now. We're gonna finish this the way, because I'm not gonna start another match. I'll never get done. So just gonna go back, make the adjustments here. Oh, what am I doing? False 9. Deep defensive. Let's run box. Oh. Keep that on. Lineups. That's fine. Keep those off, sorry. There we go. Okay. Perfect time to test it. Next half. Something has to be done though with that. The last bit I really just want to focus on is just how to prevent them from passing straight to their forwards so easily. Yeah, that's the problem, because the advanced instructions just screw up a lot. So I mean that's naturally what they're doing. But the combo of them being center backs as well puts them not only trying to follow, but then they're also super duper narrow. As we can edit the positions, though, I think we'll be in better shape for that. So we'll see what happens. How much does it suck that a shot like that just doesn't excite you anymore? Man, that's a solid goal, but man, it's just boring. Yeah, it could. It definitely could. I don't doubt that at all. Deep defensive line can definitely do that. Which is why, like, I prefer not to use it, but just in case there's something else, you know. Yeah, I couldn't decide what I wanted to do there. Oh my goodness. I wish shooting would be looked at. Oh, terrible pass. And I moved the guy the wrong way. Okay. I don't think there's that much space. There we go. There we go. See, now it's kind of back to it. We're stepping in the right spots. It's just a matter of getting the computer side to cooperate and not try to pass the ball forward every single time. Ah. See here, right here. Because see, that makes us drop back, so I don't know. That's the part about the, I think it was working with that defensive midfielder portion of things. But see, that's the problem, like right here. And I think it is relevant to the chosen preset tactic of the defensive line height. But just not quite sure where to get away from that. Because it's like even though there is somebody there in front, they still make that pass. It's like, you know, a do or die pass. They have to play it for some reason. Get it sorted here. I have to do another stream another time. Yeah. Yeah, sliders would be definitely nice. I think really once we get the full game, we can modify the compression 5-second fix. I feel like that'll be the start of things. Look at this. See, this is where the issues are rising basically in this case is this outlet ball. See how we're backing off? It's only that way because we're out of possession, so... That's why I was playing it this way. I'm gonna say we'll just keep everybody a center midfielder. And we'll do that thing I was doing earlier. Where I'll make this guy defensive. So he's essentially a defensive midfielder the right way. Okay, let's see how that looks. When we get a chance. Thing is, like, once they're behind you, like, there's really not much else you can judge. Not necessarily, yeah. I was actually just looking at the radar, actually, just seeing. So, hey Gary. Yeah, I was just looking over here, just to see, because I changed that that advanced instruction. And so, see, he's good. He's doing what he's supposed to do there. So that's exactly where I wanted him. That's all. That was all I wanted to see. We've seen if Barrios is just going to do what he's supposed to do. I think that combination is going to work well. So instead of making the fluid formation defensive midfielders, I'm going to keep them all center midfielders, but use the advanced instruction of defensive. So it's like a DMF, manufactured DMF, basically. Not the PES version of the DMF, which is whack. We gotta close them out. We're not doing that. Nice goal. Yeah, take care, Jerry. I'm almost done here too. I'll definitely do another one later though, for sure. Still gonna explore some things, and if I find anything, I'll probably tweet it. I mean, that's just one of those goals that just happens because I'm not really paying attention and trying really hard. Well, that's okay. I'm just wanting to see how it looks. There we go. See how they can't make that pass forward like that? Okay. I'm gonna do one more. Doggone it. 10 minutes. Hit it 3 hours right on it. Let's see what happens here. We'll do a rematch. Yeah. I'm gonna try that because I didn't get to test the defensive advanced instruction there with that one player. So I'm gonna do it here and see what we can get. So I know, right? I'm sorry. I have to make sure. So I feel really good about all the other settings. False number 9 has been just solid. Seeing the type of runs now are so much better. Defensive, we're going to put this at Barrios. Deep defensive line. And swarm the box. So false number 9, defensive, deep defensive line. Okay, I'm going to take a screenshot of that. Mark settings. No mark settings. Fluid formation. Don't worry, this is the last, I know. The only thing is, we're not having any defensive midfielders. Okay? Center mid, center mid, center mid, all the way through. Because we've got that advanced instruction already, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to do it for the computer. I already have fluid formations on. Change this to false 9. Change this to false 9. Deep. Swarm the box. I could do this for them, maybe. Why don't I just go ahead and try that? Well, I guess the reason I do it is so that I don't have these easy passes. So let me just go ahead and do that. Let me put the defensive. So basically I'm going to have them do the exact same thing. So Ponzio, you get to be the guy. And then here, just make sure nobody has defensive midfield role. Because Ponzio, with that advanced instruction, is going to be the defensive midfielder anyways. So, let's see what we get here. Last one. The rematch. I will be paying attention. Oh. Okay. I'm looking just where Barrios is in that case. So I'm gonna check this real quick, guys. Where's Barrios? There he is. Okay. So see, center midfielder, but with the advanced instruction of defensive, he now is basically a defensive midfielder, doing exactly what he should do. And that's absolutely perfect. That's exactly what a defensive midfielder should be. PES would put him where that forward is and like hug him. If that defensive midfielder role was enabled. So we're going to see how this looks. I can not get corners right. Oh. And the purpose of that is so they can prevent these direct passes. So now it's just a matter of seeing that come to fruition here and see what happens. See if I get them on the counter, see how it works for them. See, they get back pretty easily. I'm going to try to go over the top here. Find it again if I can. And see, there they go, trying to do that pass. They completed it, but I've actually got a body on him. So he's not just, 1-on-3 against my defenders. See, now they've got to actually build up. And at Superstar, they're going to make some crazy passes like this, etc. So that's okay. Hi. What's up? All right, so we're going to finish this off here. I mean, that was good because I had players around, but just, just gave space at the wrong time, and that's my own doing. So if it's my own doing, I'm okay with that, but we'll just have to see. I think this combo is working a lot better, though. There we go. So center midfielder role, but the advanced instruction of a defensive midfielder, essentially. The shots, though. I have to try a different level at some point as well. Superstar just gets kind of scripty. So make a switch here. Nice ball. Ah. Okay. That's a foul. Oh man. If any foul I could have seen, that would have been it. Still, that's the thing with Superstar, though. They love these first-time passes, you know. It's kind of what it creates. Oh, goodness. Yeah. And that's kind of why I wanted to look at the deep, removing that deep defensive line. But I think it's the only one that's working with Swarm the Box. Unless I choose to turn off Swarm the Box. And I think we're just opening a can of worms, kind of removing what we've learned so far. Quite getting up the pitch as quickly. Guys are just slipping all over the place. What is that? Who? Oh, okay, I'll go. Alright guys, well that is all for today. Boys are awake, so if I find anything I'll put it on Twitter. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching today. Take care.